All right, you guys. So I got a story today. It's embarrassing as hell. I mean, it's just I try to tell you guys this stuff because I want you guys getting into the business, especially you young guys, that are you guys message me so much and email me, and I love it. Keep emailing me because I love answering the questions for you guys out there. I know there's a lot of guys that have just you guys have so many questions and they're good questions. But I want to be honest with you. This one, it's embarrassing. It's sad. We ended up having to let a guy go for this. He was a nice guy, but he wasn't going to make it. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And this is a good example of phone calls. Pick up the phone and make a phone call. It's as simple as that. Because now you've cost the company hundreds of dollars. And so that's why it's so hard to scale out in these businesses. If you're doing flooring, if you're doing roofing, it's hard. Yes, there's money to be made and yes, you can do it, but how much stress do you want? You're relying on these guys. You're relying on good technicians. You're relying on, the vehicle starting in the morning. There's just so many nuts and bolts that got to all fit just right to make the puzzle work. So let's get going on this. So I get this message and at first I thought this ain't too bad. It's like this could have been just an honest mistake, right? I get it from Captain. Captain tells me that he says, hey, he goes, Junior decided to take off. The wood was protruding, right? So if you look right over here, there's already a chunk of wood up there, right? Because typically old wood doors, they used wood back in the day to kind of seal them up, right? To seal up any, quarter inch, half inch gap. They use that to kind of feather in there and make it work. So Junior decides to just rip the metal off, rip the chunk of wood off, right? Because the door is important, right? The door has to fit. The door has to be the right. Nothing else, exterior or siding or windows or house or roof. Just tear it all down. The garage door's got to be in right. So as he does that, right, he tears off the metal. So there was metal on there. It was just like this green. And now it's not. It was to cover up, obviously, that nasty old wood. So he tears that off, right? And I thought, okay, hey, maybe this is a mistake. Let's find somebody. Let's handle this. And he goes, oh no. Captain goes, it gets better. And I'm thinking, oh, it gets better? Enlighten me. I love a good entertainment. And then the entertainment starts turning into $100 bills and it starts going, oh my gosh, this is not making money. This is costing money. The weather seal. Okay, let's face it, right? We can tell that this garage door is more about a function than a super good appeal, right? But somebody worked hard to put siding in the house, to wrap it in metal. This could be somebody's dream home. This is all they can afford. I understand that. You know what I mean? It needs to be done right. That's just the bottom line. You can't do this kind of stuff. And that's why it's so important because you got to remember you're going out to other people's lives, other people's dreams, and workers are so important to make that fulfillment. And that's why it's so hard because you might have it, but your workers might not have it. So anyways, the weather seal, it's kind of like, what happened here? We don't have rats in Michigan, maybe over in Detroit, but not over where I live. And I'm thinking, did something, what is that down there? That looks horrible. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. He made a little miscut there. Maybe we can let that go. And then we get to the other side and it's like, oh, hell no. You can't do that. You can't chunk a piece. All right. Now you're starting to get my attention here. Now we're starting to have neglect here. Now this is just stupidity. What's Uncle Si always say? You can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. So this is going, okay, this is getting wild. This is getting a little obsessive. It's like, are you kidding me? Dude. No way. That handle is so crooked. I can see it even from my house and it's miles away. You can't do that. You can't do that. Why did you do that? Why do you put a galvanized handle on the outside with a red screw? Are you trying to get away with murder? Are you what are you doing? And this all could have been avoided with a simple phone call. Hey, I got a problem. Hey, I'm nervous. Hey, I feel like I'm in a pinch. I don't know what to do. The customer's on my neck. But there was no phone call. It was just, oh, I got this. I got this. And I can't tell you how many times in the business I've had guys that have had more experience, years of experience than me. And I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. But honestly, a lot of them did drugs. They really do. They either had alcohol, they had smoking kind of drugs. I mean, all kinds of problems with drugs. And they don't believe that they're messing up, but they mess up a lot. I don't know what the situation is quite here. This wasn't my hire, and it wasn't my fire, but it's going to cost a business hundreds of dollars, because the thing that people don't see is that nowadays it's gotten much worse. Well, why has it gotten much worse? Well, it's gotten worse because you have the power of the internet. All it takes is somebody to snap a few pictures and they could just go wild with this. They don't even know where this goes, right? They go on Twitter, they go on Facebook, they go on Instagram, they go on Google, they go on Yelp, whatever, all these different media platforms, and they just blow stuff out of proportion, right? Even though we're going to go in here, we're going to make this right, but there's a whole laundry list of things that's got to happen now, right? Yeah, could I probably figure out and bend the metal and do all that kind of stuff? Absolutely. But is it going to look better if I hire somebody that that has the truck, that has the trailer, right, has all the equipment, right, to bend the metal that needs to go back up on here? You know what I'm saying? It's going to look a lot better. But that's going to cost hundreds of dollars. Now, what do you do with the paint? Was it painted? Was the metal already like green to begin with? There's just so many things that people don't understand, that this stuff is going to cost hundreds of dollars. We got to order another section for this customer. Okay, well, we order another section, right? That's going to cost us some money. Well, now we got to wait for it to come in, right? Now it comes in, right? Now it's in a lonely little section, right? So now it gets damaged, by the truck driver or the factory, or one of our guys does it. We drop it, we put it in the back of a van, it flips over, it does all kinds of things. We get to the job site, maybe it's scratched. Maybe they had a paint run. I've had that happen before. They changed paint on me and it doesn't match up. These things all happen. And so it would have been so much better if my 12-year-old would have done it, because you don't do these things. And now we might have to offer a discount on the door next to it, the second door. There's just a laundry list. We're going to make it right. And unfortunately, it's going to cost us money. There will be no money made at this job. You know what I mean? But these are the things that nobody told me about. Like I said, you guys get all these ideas, right? And we're doing this, we're doing that. Right. But the problem is you typically, it's not that it's impossible, but it's super hard to scale out. It's super hard to find good workers, honest workers, loyal workers, people that don't steal, cheat, do all these crazy things, and then are honest when they get to the customer, do good quality work, to have good craftsmanship. It's super hard, super hard. A lot of the other stuff is kind of semi-easier, but it's still not perfect, because you're still relying on a manufacturer. You're still relying on good quality product that they're going to send you that's not scratched or dented or has issues of its own, quality issues. So that's why I'm always kind of telling you, pushing you towards I sometimes think like a vending machine business would be better, or, something with different kinds of doors. Yes, we all have to make money, and you can make money in this, but I just want you to understand and have an exit plan, and just don't get too big for your britches, because you can endure a lot of stress. And I did that for years. When I had whatever it was, 7+ guys, under me, it was like we were super busy, but you're not making no money. And you can lose focus of that kind of stuff, because it's going so fast, right? You got to take out this, you got to put out this fire, you got to do this, you got to do that. I got to, I'll charge them $500, charge them $1,000, charge them $10,000, right? And then all of a sudden it'll start coming together towards the end of the year. Start meeting with your accountant, and you're like, yeah, but I did $500,000 in sales. And you're saying I only got like $16,000 in the bank account? Well, where did all the money? Well, look at your fuel expense. Oh, look at your maintenance expense. Look at you. Oh, you purchased a scissor lift, right? And now that scissor lift, well, you can use deductions, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm getting at is that these things can come at you really fast. So just go slow, take your time, and do a little crying. I'm embarrassed. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Let me know what you would do. See you later. Peace out.